Welcome to this tutorial on data analysis in healthcare using Microsoft Excel. So as you can see on the screen, we have a data set which gives us the patient attendance from the months of January to March. We can say for the first quarter of a year. It gives us the number of new patients, it gives us the number of old patients, and it gives us the total number. Yes, so we can put some borders, can highlight, we go to home, and then we can click on borders. So click here, and then you can take all borders. So we have that. And so we can maybe highlight the first column. You can come here, maybe we can choose a good color. So here we go, and we have the new patients are actually the ones who consult at the facility for the very first time in a month, and the old patients are returning patients. So we want to get a percentage of new patients to know if we are retaining old patients or we are having more new patients, so that we can see how the facility is growing. So to do that is okay to say equal to, we are actually taking the number of new patients. You can just click on the cell for new patients, we divide by the total number of patients, and then we multiply by 100, and then I hit the enter key. So the total number of the percentage of new patients for the month of January is 53.4%. so we can actually use we can come right here, and we reduce the decimal points to 1. Good. So we come back, and to get the new patient attendance, or the percentage of new patients for the month of February, I don't need to calculate again. I can either copy and then I paste as formula. Is it here? Can paste as formula. Let me zoom out and show you. So here I can paste as formula, or I can just autofill. So I bring my mouse closer and it turns into a plus sign, and I drag it across. So I autofill, and of course you can change the decimal points. You can reduce the decimal numbers to 1. So we see that for the month of January, the percentage of new patients was 53.5, and in most hospitals they take between 40 to 60%. So if you have 40 to 60% of new patients, it means you are doing well. But now for the month of March, we have 75.4% new patients. It means we've consulted more new patients. It means we've kept more new patients. We've had more new patients than we retain old patients. And so if you have a trend like this that continues for, let's say, 2-3 months, you keep having more than 60% of new patients, it means that you are not keeping your old patients. So you have to do something about it. Okay, so now let us plot a bar chart to see, because if you look at this, you cannot really tell which month had the highest number of patients, right? So maybe we can plot a bar chart. So here we go. So I can highlight for the month. I can highlight, then I hold the control key, I come down to total, I highlight, and then I come up here, take insert, recommended charts. Where do we have recommended chart? Right here, recommended charts, and then we can click here. So let me zoom out. So we can choose this one and say okay. So we have January, February, March, and you can click here this plus sign, and you give us data values. You can click data values. So we see that the month of March we recorded the highest number of patients, and so followed by the month of January, and the least the month of February. So this can already be a preparation for your first quarter report. You can have things like this. You already have, so we can do some conditional formatting. We say okay, for this column, for this row, we can highlight this row. We say conditional formatting. We come to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. You say okay, any value greater than 60, any value greater than 60, so we can come here, any value greater than 60, we can say okay, give it a light red color. It's already highlighted, it's already here. You can choose any one you like. You can say give it a light red color, and we say okay. So if you do that, you'll see that for this column, you see the percentage here is above 60. It's already giving us a light red color, so we can do formatting that way. Now what if you want to know the total number of okay, you already have the total number of patients who have consulted in your facility for the whole month, but then you want to know the different age groups, which age group was the highest, and were there more females than males and things like that. So you can extract them from the register and you put them in something like this, where I always like us to put our borders, and maybe we can increase this and highlight this one, give it a cool color, maybe put these ones in the middle. Good. And maybe we want to increase the font size to say 12, and maybe we want to make it bold. This is great, right? So we see okay, we have this, the less than 1 year, 1 to 5 years, 6 to 12 years, 16 to 45 years, 46 years and above. But when we look at this table, we can't really tell which age group was the highest, and whether were they male males or females who consulted in the facility. So we can actually highlight all of this. We go to insert, we take recommended charts, and then we can choose the second one. Oh, it's taking time. So we take insert recommended charts and we choose the second one, and then you say okay. So here we see we have a good chart here, and automatically you can see that females from 16 to 45 years were the majority who consulted in the facility in the month. So you can do this, and you see, and what else can we see from here? The list children less than 1 year. So we can format these charts. You can change the colors if you like. You can come here, you can right click and you choose the fill. You can choose the color you want. Maybe you're comfortable with lemon green. You can come here, go to home, and make it bold, and here make it bold. This one we can make it bold, and we can increase the font size. You can equally right click, you can take change chart type or format plot area. You can come to 3D format, and we can do whatever you like to do here. Do we have any changes? Okay, you can click on that and we can choose 3D format. See all, or you can come to, you can right click on it, you take change chart type, and we can come here, you can choose this one. See, it's cool, right? Or you can choose this one, you can choose the type of chart you like as per your presentation, chart that is best fit for your presentation. And to round up this lesson, let us say that you have extracted the total attendance for the past 5 years, and you want to see how the patient attendance has been in your hospital for the past 5 years. So we can actually highlight this, and we go to formats, and we see formats, we see auto fit row height as well as auto fit column width. Good, and it works like that. So we can bring this here, and since I like this one, say this, and then we can highlight. So we have this. We can equally format as the table. We'll do that when we are working on pivot tables. So let's say we want to have the patient attendance for the past 5 years. We have extracted the information and put it in this form, and now we want to see which year had the highest number of patients. Looking at this table might not really be easy looking at it, but we can use a very good chart to do that. You can highlight everything. You go to insert, and under recommended charts we can choose a line graph. Perfect, right? Line graph will do here. You take, okay, so we have a line graph, and we can have data labels. Not so good, but then you can see that the year that had the highest number of patients is the year 2020, and if you look here you have 187,512 patients, and the least year somewhere here, maybe 2018, yes, 152,388. So using a line graph, you can compare the trend among the years. So you can be asking yourself, why is 2020 the highest year? Why did we have more patients in 2020? And in 2021, why did it drop? Or in 2019, why was it like that? So you may want to know what you did that time that you had more patients. We're talking of healthcare business in this case. And so you may want to do some recommendations. So the type of chart that you use will depend on the type of data that you have. So in the next tutorial, in lesson 3, we are going to see how to check admissions. This one was totally on patient attendance. So we may want to check how many patients are admitted in which ward, and what's the bed occupancy rate. Do we need to add more beds in this ward? Do we need to remove beds in one ward and take to the other ward, and things like that. So thank you for watching. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.